Welcome again, everyone. And this is State of the Nation. We invite you to be a part of the show. Use the hashtag State of the Nation. Your thoughts are appreciated on the subjects we are discussing tonight. And the major subject of discussion is the third mainland bridge repairs, the temporary shutdown. The third mainland bridge has been temporarily shut down for an investigative maintenance test. The bridge was shut down on Thursday, midnight, in the presence of the Minister of Power, Works and Housing, Mr. Babatunde Fashola, and different government agencies and officials waiting for the deadline before the eventual closure of the bridge. The shutdown is expected to be from midnight of August 23rd to midnight of August 26, 2018, is to allow for investigative maintenance tests to be carried out on the bridge. Closure will enable the contractors to assess the true state of the bridge after works will commence by the end of the year or early in 2019. The traffic management agencies, including the Lagos State Traffic Management Agency, the Federal Road Safety Corps, and the police, amongst others, have been mandated by the state government to ensure smooth flow of traffic on all the other alternative roads to ensure free flow of traffic. And I'm now being joined by the Federal Controller of Works, Southwest Nigeria, Mr. Ademola Kuti. You're welcome to State of the Nation.
Thank you. My name is Adedamola Kuti.
I'm so sorry, Adedamola Kuti. Now, let's begin by what informed the decision for this latest assessment.
Yeah, it's a maintenance work. Okay, let me start by just giving you a brief history on the Third Mainland Bridge. The first phase of Third Mainland Bridge was constructed between 1975 and 1979. And the second phase did not take off until that one was done between 1987 and 1991. And after the completion of this infrastructure, that bridge, it was commissioned by the then President of Nigeria, General Ibrahim Babangida. And it was followed by the first investigative test was carried out in the year 2008, which was followed by maintenance work. That result was used in carrying out maintenance work in 2012. Now this is 2018. We have seen the need for us to carry out another investigative test because we cannot use the result of 2008 in 2018.
Can you explain to us what is the routine culture of maintenance of bridges?
Yeah, when you talk of maintenance, you have routine maintenance, there is periodic maintenance, there is special maintenance. And when you talk of routine maintenance of a bridge, routine can just be something you routinely do, like even painting of the rails, painting of the rails, fixing of bolts, and the rest of them can be routinely done. Then the periodic, like the one we're talking about, can come under periodic, that every 5 years you carry out, you check all your expansion joints and the rest of it to ensure that every other thing is still okay.
Has the Federal Ministry of Works been following this as a schedule, as a procedure for maintaining these bridges?
Even if we have not been following in the past, right now we have a minister that has made it a priority that for now we should just keep to our maintenance culture.
Now let's look at the plans for the roads, particularly workers. What are the plans for road users? As far as alternative routes are concerned.
Oh yes, the alternative routes have been highlighted, and so far so good. We have already gone beyond day one, and I want to say here that we enjoyed the cooperation of Lagosians. They cooperated with us. It was a maximum submission throughout. We didn't have any problem on people accessing the bridge, so the work went on very well. And as for the alternative routes, I think so far the reports we got from the traffic officers was that at least they were able to put everything under control. Even though there were some itches here and there, especially along the Oyinbo axis. I understand there were issues around that side, but the traffic officers were able to manage it. But on the Funshaw Williams, Costain area, I think it was perfectly done.
What about security arrangements?
Yeah, for security, the police, I believe, they are on top of the situation. Up to last night, I was still in a meeting with the Deputy Commissioner of Police in charge of operations, and he assured us that his men are on top of the situation.
Okay. You didn't anticipate that there will be, from the people, you didn't anticipate that there will be refusal, there will be misunderstandings on the part of road users and Lagosians concerning the closure of this bridge. From what you're saying now, it appears that everything is fine and dandy.
Yeah, from the reports we got, like we were there at the bridge site till very early this morning. We didn't encounter any problem. And on the alternative routes, up to now, I've not received any reports of whether there were breaches or whatever, but at least the traffic officers were fully on ground. The federal road safety people were there, officers, last mile officers were there, police were there, and the civil defense officers were also on ground. So I think they were able to manage the traffic. Apart from this problem, I think the issues we had around Oyinbo axis. That is for those who are trying to access the Kata Bridge.
They talked about sequel to this investigative work. You'll be sending those results to Italy, to Rome. Are those the experts that you consult with to come to a conclusion on the structural integrity of the bridge?
Yeah, you see, the contractor on that bridge, this particular project has been awarded to Mr. Bruni Prono. It's an Italian firm. And Mr. Bruni Prono was also part of the original, the consortium that constructed this bridge. There was this consortium, PGH consortium, that originally constructed this bridge in the 90s and the 80s. So that P there stands for Prono. So, and I think it's only wise to give the maintenance also to Bruni Prono. And the consultant, the consultant is ICOM is a company from Italy.
Not to digress, what are the plans of the Federal Ministry of Works to stick to the game plan as far as maintenance of bridges is concerned? Not only the third mainland bridge, there's the Carter Bridge. Apparently now there's going to be a lot of wear and tear since it's going to be an alternative route. What plans do you have in place for strict adherence to this new, as it were, maintenance culture?
Yeah, like I mentioned to you, the ministry under the leadership of His Excellency Mr. Batole Fashola, we already have a master plan for maintenance of bridges nationwide, not only in Lagos, nationwide. As of today, in Lagos today, we have maintenance work going on Apapa Bridge. On Apapa Bridge, as you enter into Apapa by Leventis.
Yeah.
We have another maintenance work on the bridge at Ijora 7-up. Okay. Right now, as I talk to you, there's a maintenance work going on Coconut Bridge, also on that Apapa axis.
Okay.
There's a maintenance work going on there. And very soon, we shall be starting maintenance work on the Independence Bridge on the island. And we just completed that of the Marine Beach. And now the third mainland bridge. Is
there cooperation from the state governments in this regard?
Oh, sure, sure. We are in touch with them. They are important stakeholders in this business. And we've been receiving the cooperation of His Excellency, the Governor of the state.
Going forward, given that there is a positive feedback concerning the results of the investigative work, what's the next plan of action?
Yeah, once you carry out tests, you analyze your results, you come up with a result. The result now is just like the normal human being. You go for a test, the doctor asks you to go for a test, you bring your result to the doctor will analyze it, and then from there, he knows what next to do. So from the result we are going to get, we will know which of the expansion joints that will require replacements.
Let's say, for instance, should it be negative, that will involve the closure of the bridge for maintenance work, possibly, will it be this year?
No. You see, once we start the real work in terms of replacement of expansion joints, that one will just be partial closure. It will no longer be total closure. Okay. You see, once you identify a particular place where you want to carry out your, to replace the expansion joint, you only shut down that stretch of the bridge, not the entire stretch. Vehicles will still continue to move on the other one. So you are not going to have a total closure. And then, of course, the maintenance work we are doing right now also is going to involve repair works on the underwater piles and pile caps. That will not even require us to shut down the bridge. So we are going to, whatever we are doing will be at minimal stress to road users.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ade Damola Kuti, Federal Controller of Works, Southwest Zone,
Lagos,
for coming on State of the Nation.
Thank you for having me.
State of the Nation continues. Coming up, the protest in Osun State concerning a student of a federal institution that was allegedly killed by a police officer. Please stay with us.